What's up guys, Ernest here, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit different of a video. I'm not going to do any video game things. Well, it has something to do with video games, obviously. If you clicked on this video, you already know what it's about. So I'm going to give my honest opinion on the Ready Player One book. Now, the movie comes out in about 45 days, so about a month. It's the end of next month, March 30th, when it comes out in theaters. And as soon as I saw that, I just had to look up, and then I figured out it was their book, so I had to read it. And it took me about 3 months, because I was just reading it, here and there, and I was just, But, I finished it today, actually, just, no more than 3 minutes ago, just finished it. And, oh my god, that was an amazing book. Ernest Cline sure knows how to write. Like, holy crap, I've never read anything like that in my life. Like, that's a one-of-a-kind book, it really is, and it's great. So, to begin, we're just going to talk about the book. I'm not going to give away any spoilers that if you haven't read it yet, I'm not going to give away any spoilers. But, my honest opinion of the book is it was amazing. Like, the writing was great, the suspense was immense. I found myself just, chewing away at my fingernails the whole time reading that book, which I do have an issue with that anyways, but that's besides the point. The book is great. I would suggest reading it to anyone who's into any type of video game. It doesn't matter what it is, especially if you're into pop culture of the late 80s, early 80s, late 90s, that kind of stuff, because there's gazillions of stuff in there. And most of the stuff in the book that they mention is completely real, and it's actually a real thing. Like, they mention some bands and stuff, that the creator of the Oasis, which is James Holiday, or Holloway, I actually forgot his name, but that James, the book character, actually liked, since he grew up in the 80s, and he died, in 245 or something, around the time that the book is set in. I think he died, right in the beginning of the book, and then, so forth, the Ready Player One, the whole book starts, and the hunt for the big, egg starts, and, obviously that happens. But they mention so many different things, like bands, video games. They have World of Warcraft in there. They have, what else? They got Pac-Man. I mean, they got everything. It's just great. Dungeons & Dragons is a big thing. If you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, I suggest reading it also. Now, there's not really anything too big about it in there, but it's a big point in the whole book is Dungeons & Dragons, because if you don't know, Dungeons & Dragons is like a tabletop RPG game where you use your imagination, that kind of stuff. I've never actually played it myself, but it's pretty cool, and that's a big thing in the game. And if like I said, if you're just interested in any of that kind of crap, I would really suggest reading this book. It was amazing. I found myself having chills, and I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? It was so hard to put the book down, but I was reading it during school, so I sort of had to. But it was just, it was such a good book. There was so many moments where it's like, oh my god, oh no, and there was a lot of plot twists, and it was so good, so yeah, right after I saw that trailer for that movie, like I said, I just had to go read that book before I watched the movie, before it came out. And since talking about the movie now, is being directed by Steven Spielberg, I'm really hoping that it won't end up really screwy. I'm actually another big fan of Twilight, if any of you guys know that series. I think you all do, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit in the comments about that. But Twilight, it's a really good book series, but the movies don't do them justice at all. They're the first movie especially is 1/4 of the book. Because I read the book after I watched all the movies once, because I was like, hey, that meme, I'm gonna, so better love story in Twilight. That meme, I was like, I'm gonna go watch these movies to see how good the love story actually is. And then I ended up watching them 5 times, and then reading the books and watching them all again, so I watched them all 6 times. That's besides the point. Those movies don't do any justice, so I'm really hoping that Steven Spielberg can bring justice to this amazing book that Ernest Cline has wrote, and how he has wrote it, and I really hope they do it. And I think the actor they picked for Wade in the movie, I think he's gonna do good. He's about what I imagined, because I only watched the trailer once and went and read the book, so my imagination ran wild with what they would look like, and I'm really excited to see what the other characters look like. H, I guess it's H. We got Artemis, and then we got Shadow and Daito. And then Og. I'm really excited to see what they look like, because there's some things about all those characters that are very specific, and they need to really show that in the movie, I guess. But I'm really curious on how they plan, how they do that, and what they leave out of the movie, because they're gonna leave out some stuff, obviously. But I hope they leave in some good parts, which I know they will. And the movie will probably be good just as a standalone movie if there wasn't a book about it. But anyways, yeah, that's about it. It was a great book, and I really suggest reading it. You probably find it on Amazon for cheap, probably about $20 or less. I mean, it'd be really cheap. You can get an ebook on Audible or something like that. I don't know. Go to your local library. They probably have it. But yeah, Ready Player One, one of the best books I've read in my entire life, and I've read quite a few books at this point, but nothing like this. And I'm a huge game nerd. I love World of Warcraft and that kind of stuff, and it mentions that in here. The really cool thing about the Oasis, if you don't know, this isn't really a spoiler, the Oasis basically copied every single game ever created and their worlds and stuff into the Oasis and made worlds of it. So I don't know, I know in the trailer they have Overwatch, which when this book was written, Overwatch wasn't actually out yet. So I imagine they're going to be adding a few things like Overwatch, maybe probably even Rocket League into the game, you know, if they can get copyright for that. And, but I'm hoping there's some WoW stuff in there, because World of Warcraft is a huge MMO. Even if you don't like video games, you know what World of Warcraft is, just because of how big it is. So I'm hoping that maybe they add something in, like an Easter egg in the movie about that, because it's only mentioned one time in the book, which really made me sad. I was hoping it would be more, there'd be something else in there about it, but there really isn't. But the book has so much action-packed stuff in it, and the whole big, I can't say anything else without spoiling the book. It was so good. Go read it for yourself. The movie again comes out March 30th, so you got about a month and a half to go read this book before the movie comes out if you haven't already. And that's all I gotta say, guys. If you're a game nerd, like I said, or any type of pop culture, like old Star Trek movies and stuff like that, TV shows from the 80s, or anything like that, I highly suggest reading this book. It was amazing, and I'm still theory crafting about the end. If you guys read the whole book and you know what the ending is, I'm really curious on what actually happens. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like on this video. Comment down below if you've read the book or not, and if you plan to read the book before you watch a movie, which I would highly suggest doing. But if not, if you're not into reading books, definitely watch the movie. It comes out, like I said, March 30th. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and I really look forward to seeing you guys' comments. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And that was my honest opinion on the Ready Player One novel by Ernest Cline. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.